Good afternoon. This is Wags, Chicago. We're going to be talking about Illinois tonight. Real quick news. Actually, some major news, but quickly. And then maybe I'll get into some police videos. This is the 11th day of the 12th month. Let me get my picture up here. This is my new software, by the way, so give me some time to work this garbage out. Got a new camera coming tomorrow. Anyways, Illinois. Oh, before I say that, links to my channel will be in the description. Stand by. I gotta add that. So we got links to my descriptions. I'm gonna get this screen down real quick. I got used to these buttons. Anyways, Wags Chicago, spelled out WAGSCGO.com. Stay in touch. All these changes coming, all right? And then, and the links below. Turn this off. Hang on. In the links below, you'll see the Alpha Omega Podcast. This is the new channel network building as I speak. It's already starting to move. I haven't even put videos up there yet, which I have videos made. We're going to be putting these out. Good channel. It's going to be. And then, my main news feed right here, Wags. Scott Wagner account. These go back to 2012. This is my news feed. This is where I dump all my news for later in the day. So this is how I'll be doing my show choices, etc. So you'll see this is just this morning's news. Right here, though. Let's touch on this before I get into the garbage state of Illinois. Look, I even got tags on this. Why did I get a tag? I didn't even say a word. Look, I didn't say a word. What I said, look at this garbage. Hang on, am I on the screen? Hang on. I gotta see how this looks. Hang on, I'm getting used to this computer. Stand by. Alright. That might be too big there, but we'll see how it goes. I'm just gonna leave it for now. I don't want to keep moving shit around. Alright. Just bear with me if you're new to the channel. It'll get better. So, what was my pointer? Look at this garbage. All right, get back to this my post right here. It says here a little while ago, this is real trending news. Trending USA, your country is not in trouble. Godspeed humanity. Never forget. And then all those words, which I can't say on this channel. I also probably can't say these words either, so you need to look at your screen. This is all trending as of this afternoon. So I'll show you in pictures, because I talk good in pictures. See how that works? So let's take a look. Fauci's trending. I'm going to say it. Agenda 2030 was trending. It still probably is. The Pfister company's trending. That's why I got tags now. I got a tag from your lords. By the way, Alphabet works for these people. Like, we already knew that, by the way. Like, but the Twitter dump or whatever, because of Elon, is showing that this is way worse than you ever thought with the 1938 garbage. This country's not in trouble. So the problem is the public now is starting to figure it out, like we predicted would happen. Deep State's trending. Again, Nuremberg 2 is trending. Because people are waking up to all of a sudden, like, everybody that's probably around 30 years old right now, their parents are all dropping like flies. I don't know why. So since I got a CV tag for no reason, by the way, I didn't do it. This is trending, and they're giving me a tag like I'm being naughty. See how that works? Nuremberg 2 will never happen, by the way. The first one was a joke and a scam. It just keeps the people quiet. Conspiracy, Melitopol, they're getting crushed over here. Like, they're sending doohickeys. Like, well, I'm not going to do war garbage on this channel. CV also trending. So there's a clue of what the world is starting to wake up. Visit Wags Chicago to stay in touch. All right, here we go. Stand by. All right. So, this is being reported on Channel 3. WSIL TV, somewhere in Illinois. Says they're moving ahead with a plan to ban certain letter A and R doohickeys, but it's not just that. Stand by. They have now filed legislation. This is on around the first of the month. That's already way beyond that. The proposed legislation, this is the important part, HB, House Bill 5855, or, quote, Protect Illinois Communities Act. See, they always got to say this garbage lies. They're protecting you. You're safer when you can't protect yourself. That's what that means? My ass. Who's going to protect you? When everybody's corrupt from the snakehead down, who's coming to save you? Nobody. That's why they need your doohickey freedom pellets. It's going to be supposedly because of mass doohicking and all that garbage. I'm going to do a separate podcast where I'm going to read this bill to you. But here's what we could say real quick here. That way you'll have it, the gist of the thing. Owners that currently have 50 caliber rifles. Let me sit down for this. It's going to be a lot of reading here. So get your coffee ready. I'm going to read real quick this news and then we'll get on. 50 caliber rifles and cartridges could be allowed to keep them, but future possession or purchase would be banned. Individuals who already own weapons that fall under the assault weapons, in quotes, definition must register those guns with Illinois State Police between 80 and 300 days after final passage of this bill. A $25 fee. Also, so not only that, you're going to get taxed to get yours. You see how that works? They got to stick it wherever they can. All right. They raised the legal age from 18 to 21. You used to be able to get a gun at 18 in Illinois if your parents signed your FOID card. FOID cards, which are garbage to begin with. Whatever. Do you? Prosecutors can seek revocation of gun ownership. You got to understand your red flag laws. HB 5855 says if a person could potentially have to turn over their weapon or be banned from buying or owning weapons under, quote, red flag laws, then prosecutors can now act as friends of the court within those processes. I bet they will be. Previously, only family members or law enforcement could use red flag laws to revoke a... Now the government can use it. See how that works? If you don't see a problem, then you don't see. See how that? See no evil? You don't hear about evil because you're not allowed to hear it from people like us that have to talk in code. And you'll never hear me speak of evil because I'm also not allowed to do that. That's why I'm on other platforms. See how that works? They're also getting rid of certain types of shotguns. If you want to have a stun gun, you got to have a concealed carry permit. True story. Concealed carry permit to get a stun gun, which you're going to do shit anyways. If a 45 pellet or 40 cal pellet, like I showed you a video with the cop shooting that guy 14 times at point blank range, and dude still gets up to stab that broad in the cop, your little electric doohickey or cattle prods, your BB guns, whatever you're thinking, ain't going to do shit. So I'll have another, I'll probably put it on Instagram. Maybe I'll put it up here on Facebook. I mean YouTube, where I'm just going to read the law. All right. That being said, let's move on. Illinois is not in trouble. What else we got here? All right, let's get into the next garbage thing about Illinois. The safe. Hang on, I'm checking my rate. I need I need some song to jack me up here. Hang on a second. I can't even use my fingers. Look at this garbage. All right. Illinois Supreme Court is now expected to be the final arbiter of the SAFE T Act, which is nothing but safe T nothing, which is ending cash bail so you're not racist or whatever they're claiming this to be about. Something to do with a guy named George and a cop on his neck. This is supposedly why they passed this law, but it's not nothing to do with Agenda 21. It has nothing to do with Agenda 30. It has nothing to do with the totalitarian United States. States that have already signed on to the New World Garbage with Klaus. I think there's 26 cities right now. Chicago, D.C., there's a whole bunch of Miami, Portland, all shitholes. See how that worked? Illinois now is going to be a shithole like the rest of the cities that took this lead. So now, let's just say here, changes to the Safe T Act, which is not safe, by the way. It's safe if you're a criminal. And like I've said, how many videos, you better know your use of force laws, because you can't do nothing in Illinois. You don't have the right to stand your ground. You don't have the castle doctrine the way you think it is. In Illinois, you have to retreat before you hurt somebody. Do you know that? So if you think your life's in danger and you're not in your home, that's the only place where a partial castle doctrine kind of goes in. If you're in your home, you don't have to run away, technically, if your life's in danger. However, if your life is not in danger, as far as I understand the law, you're not a legal doctor, but you may want to consult one to make sure before you start doing stupid shit. If you were outside and your life's in danger, you have to run. You have to retreat. Look that up. This isn't Florida, see how that works? Anyways, the law and ruling in a lawsuit against the act would be made at the end of this month. So you got 3 weeks left. It's the 11th, not even 20-something days, not even. The act comes in, 20 days, the new purge garbage? While some of the Safety, Accountability, Fairness, and Equity Today Act, that's what this is garbage is called. Safety is S, accountability is A, which they're going to give a couple more webcams or something to these cops. Their training sucks. They are hiring low IQ cops. They got rid of all the good cops like in 1938, in the early 30s. Under that regime, they made the cops quit. Because of, remember 2 years ago we had the riots and cops were getting spit in their face and all the garbage you forgot about because it's more than 6 seconds ago. That made a lot of your good old experience, it's called experienced cops, quit or retire or do other doohicking things. The same thing happened in the Germans region during the 30s. This is all the same exact scorecard, except now it's happening to Babylon. See how that works? Anyways, they're not coming to save you unless something miraculously changes. Last week during a veto session, state lawmakers approved some changes that the law enforcement agency said were needed to keep violent offenders held pretrial, among other. Yeah, the changes that I understand are going to be if the guy can't get a parole, then they could petition a judge to say, hey, should he stay there? Let's make sure everybody, judges, state's attorneys, sheriffs, etc., understand these provisions. So maybe we need to write them in a way that's much clearer, etc. Ronald McDonald, what's that guy? The Hamburglar said at the unrelated event, the changes lay out a series of serious crime like murder, arson, and kidnapping where a suspect can be held pretrial. So they're going to do you a favor. Like if you do get murdered or your sister gets murdered or some garbage, the police maybe can hold them if the judge still approves it. Like it still has to be approved. Don't forget these cocksuckers lie to you about everything they're doing. The only reason this is even going to the Supreme Court is because a bunch of jerks in the internet wouldn't let this story die because you're about to take it in your ass. See how that works? Another change lays out process. We'll see what the courts say. And I'm sure they're going to agree with the law because law, land, air, water is run by your banks. They own the law system too. Like, if you think any of this isn't like a game or a movie, you're crazy. Quote, the governor said, we'll be looking to Illinois Supreme Court. They obviously are monitoring this well for us and talking to state's attorneys and asking what the real challenges are. That why don't you ask the Chicago state's attorney? Why don't you ask the Chicago people that have these relaxed laws, or New York City, or San Francisco, or San Diego, I think has it, and LA has it. The no bail, you get in, get right back out. So let's say murder and rape, they're gonna just keep them in jail. Good for you. But what about when you get hit in the head with a freaking hammer? That doesn't count still, unless the Supreme Court decides. So you better all be knowing your law, your use of force law, because you don't know it. The cops barely know it because of low IQ hiring practices. 2012 and 2006, I believe, were two big Supreme Court cases for police work. One, I'm pretty sure the years are right. I reported on this years ago, but when they got rid of the law where the police now, your administration, your chiefs, all your masons, and all that, they can hire dumb cops, literally legally dumb. below IQ that's normally they never would have hired before. That's what the lawsuit was about, because a cop was transferring departments and he couldn't get hired because his IQ was too high. And you wonder why my police videos, I got one coming out tonight. These cops, 3 of them run right up to the front door where a guy's literally been shooting him for, already killed one cop, shot another one in the knee, and they still walk up on the front door like they're knocking on for a Halloween trick-or-treat. That's called bad training. You'll say, no, it's called low IQ and real bad, what do you call it? What do they call that word, since we're talking about Floyd? Quota cops. Look that up. This is Wagschicago. Hope you enjoy the new cameras here. I just want to do a quick run, see how this works. Put your like and all that in the thing, and then links in the description. And give me your comments if you like the way this. It's going to have more decorations, and the new channel is going to be 2 of us. On the live streams, there'll be 2 of us, and then I'll be doing, it's a whole network. You're going to love it. This is Wagschicago, everybody. Stay safe, man. It's getting creepy.